Okay, we're going to start putting this bad boy together, and the first thing in the process is these lower control arms, and you know they're just held in by these U-joints that come underneath the shaft right here, like that. But make sure there's in the saddles, in those saddles right there, okay, there's pins, and there's pins holes in your shafts, okay, and they got to match up. And then once you have them matched up, the bolt goes in, and you can zip it up. And we're just going to put everything in place right now, because this has all been off, all been redone, and so we're putting everything in loose. First thing, right? Except your two U-joints, your 4 nuts, and Bertha. Camera? Yeah. Okay, so all we're doing is we're just putting it right below the threads in the press, and we're just giving it a little tweak, because not a lot, just a little, and we're bending this part, not this part. So if you put it up here, it just kind of flexes and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So we're just giving it a little bit of a tweak like this so that it fits better in the hole. And so none of these wanted to fit. And we already got that side done. So now we give this one a bend. This should slide up right in the hole. Boom! Like perfect. All right, so all I got to do is bend the other one, and then we'll get this banded up. But I don't know if yours are going to do this, but all of them were the same way. So maybe they're designed that way from the factory. They had some kind of a yoke or something. They put them in on the assembly line, but might be something you run into. So I didn't bring mine either. Okay, now that we got all this done, we're going to do this again. I'm going to try not to scare the shit out of my son. So we got them all bent, and we done checked them all, so to make sure they're all going to go right in. They got them right here on the floor by this, and we're going to put her back onto the stud, just like that. Yep. And just, like I said, you could do this with a floor jack if you wanted to.
You're kidding.
Spin it. There we go. All right.
Well, damn.
Well, that's how good we bent them. Fell right out.
Well, damn.
Like I said, you could do this with a floor jack if you wanted to, but since we're both out here, you can hang it with a floor jack. So then we'll get the impact out, and we'll completely tighten it up on. You can do this with a floor jack, or you can do it like this, but we're going to do it like this. There.
More hands make less work.
More hands make less work. And you're going to need it from the end of it towards the other way. Yep, just like that. You're on. Go. Stop. Okay. Good enough. It's just those 2 J-bolts with the holes, the studs that's in the saddles, and that's all holds in place. And you have just now put on your lower control arm. Oh, grease everything. The inside of the washers, the inside of everything, grease everything, because you're never going to get a second chance to do it. You're welcome.
Dude! Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's not good when you have gas.
In a confined space.
In your shoulder to shoulder.
No.
We're getting up and moving.
No.
No, we're getting up and moving.
Oh.
Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay, so what you do is you put this edge in like that. See how it's flat? And then you take your screwdriver and you wiggle it in from the bottom. Then that's 3/4 of it. Then we're going to take.
There you go.
And then it slipped right in. fits in. Okay, and uppers are pretty simple. There's on this shaft, there's a flat side and there's a concave side. Okay, concave side goes on these, all right? And they go straight up and down like this. And the shims for your adjustments go behind them and in between this. So this is just pretty simple. It just slides on like this. And a couple of bolts and it's in place. You got bolts for me?
Yeah, I got nuts.
Okay. Or nuts, I mean. Okay, and another thing is that the shims are the ones that came from the bag. All right, so these are the ones we took them off. We put them in plastic bags. And we marked them passenger side front, passenger side rear. Okay. So, and these just go right back in the hole they came from. Just like that. And they can go straight up. And then we have a couple nuts, and they didn't have any washers on them. No washers on the nuts. Okay, and make sure that your concaves in here are like this. So make sure that this is the way they look when you put them back in. And these are all the shims that were in it originally, and we're just going to use, you can use a impact because you can get past this with a extension, but we're just going to put these in light. Okay, we're not tightening everything, we're not zipping everything down real heavy. So remember, those are what, 3/4?
Yeah.
So now that we got the two big pieces on, okay, so and the two big pieces are the upper and lower, okay, so these are still loose on the outsides. There's grease on the inside of the washers, grease on the inside of the washers. They're loose on the bottom, okay. They're semi-cinched for the U-joint bolts for the lower, and they're semi-cinched for here. And see, they're still, gotta play with them a little bit, get that grease in there, get it working on that shaft. But now, how do you tell which goes on which if you get them mixed up, you don't mark them? Well, the hole for the bracket for the brake line is always going to be on the front of the upper. And the shock mount is always going to be on the back on the lower. Right, so now, so whatever side, what we got left?
This guy, and then
this guy right here, the spring. But I always prefer, I just give you this bit of advice. Leave the castle nuts on, upper and lower, while you're messing with them, so that you don't mess up those threads. We'll put it right underneath the pocket. Right there, that's good. All right, and there is an indentation in the lower for the end, and that's where she's going to go. And sometimes it's easier to put it in. Go ahead and lower it back down. Get it out of the way. We'll do it that way. All right, we'll do it this way. All right, so we want to make sure that it's up in the pocket here and then in the pocket there. So we'll lift it for you. All right, get underneath the pocket. All right, and this is going to be slippery. Easy. We might have to, here, get a better bite. Get underneath it by where my finger is. There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, she's going to move. Move out of the pocket. No, it's in the pocket. Go ahead. There it went. Because it's okay. It's at a weird angle. Okay. Now we got our spindle ready. Good. Castle nuts. All right, and I always suggest wrapping your spindle in tape so that you don't booger it up. All right. There's that. No, leave it alone. No, I'm good.
Oh no, yeah, because you can use the.
Yep. All right. All right. And yep, and she's tight. All right, now we can go up. we'll do this. I barely got threads on it.
It's good.
Just saying.
No.
How much of this you want this showing?
I want to be able to see the hole completely.
Okay, you tell me.
Like, baby. A little more than that. A little more than that. Come on, just a little more than that, man.
Here, I'll give you open end. So
There you go.
I'll give you open end so you can see it.
If you look, maybe it's not gonna focus. See that hole?
And you can see through it like a shot.
Yeah. As a completely shown hole.
See?
Basically you want to be able to see the entirety of the hole when you put it in.
Yep.
That way, when you put the cotter pin in, it goes all the way in. You don't have to worry about it coming out.
There we go. Okay, now, what we're talking about, if you didn't see it with the castle nut, is the castle nut, you know, it's the reason it's called a castle nut because it has those cut side in it, right? So when you get it done, they're designed like this, right? Okay, and the bolt comes up through it, and the nut goes on the bolt, right? Excuse my penmanship. But you want that hole for that to be basically perfect on the bottom of that castle nut like that. You don't want a half moon. You don't want ever. You're not over tightening it. You're doing it the correct way. And if you got it right, if you have it right, you'll be able to see through it. Okay. And once you can see through it, then you know you can put your cotter pin in and you get full engagement and it's locked in. You're good to go. But that's how you mount a lower upper control arm spindle, lock it down, cotter pin and castle nuts, you know, put the spring in. That's how you do it. We're going to go ahead and do the other side. So if you're still here, like, share, subscribe, smash that button, hit that bell, tell your friends. Y'all have a good day, because good day today could be what? Better day tomorrow. Y'all be good.